Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, My So-Called Healthy Life, where we discuss positive affirmations and meditations and just living our life to the best that we possibly can every day and trying to work through that blockage that we have so that we can have the best life possible. I was reading my affirmations today on the front porch, drinking my coffee, as I do every morning, and they were good, but none of them really stood out to me. And typically what I do is I read through 5 or 6 books, and then I pick the one that I really, really like, and that's the one that I share with you guys for the day. But none of them stood out to me enough that I wanted to talk about it, honestly. So I was thinking, what could I talk about on here, in a positive affirmation way? And if you watch my daily vlog, Peter Vlogs, it's listed below. I'm vlogging every day for the year 2017. I talk in there a lot about how I start my day as far as the positive affirmations and the coffee, but there's also another piece that I do. And I've talked a lot about my history on here, and that for 13 years I worked in a treatment program for drug addicted teenagers. And every day we would start our day with something called community, where we would go around the room and we would read this poem, prayer. It's a prayer, but it's a non-denominational prayer, and when they reference God in the prayer, it could be nature, it could be a religious or spiritual God, it could be just a feeling that you have, it could be, good orderly direction. It doesn't have to be a religious God, and I think a lot of times people get very scared of that word. So I don't want people to shy away from the message that's so important in this poem/prayer by that. But we would read this prayer every morning, and then we would go around the room and we would identify 3 goals. We would even do this to counselors, 3 goals that we wanted to achieve for that day. And then at the end of the day, we did something with the kids that we called chill time. And chill time was where we went around the room and everybody said, positive or negative if they achieved that goal, right? And I think it was a really good way to kind of have a beginning and an end to the day. And I still do that. Every morning I kind of set several goals for myself. I read this literally every day, and because it's something I kind of want to remember. And then as my day goes through, as I'm going through the day, I'm a big believer in pausing throughout the day, that when negativity comes towards me, or when a situation comes that I can't handle, or I get a phone call or a text and I'm rattled, to pause and sit in it for a moment and not react, but to respond. And a lot of times, this is what I read when I'm pausing. And I actually have it saved on my phone. It's, you can see it's like an image on my, so anyway. And I will link it below if you guys want to print it off for yourselves or save it in your phone or whatever. But I think, it's a really good way for us to, start the day with, having positivity and having all of that. So I want to read this to you guys. And it is The Beginning of a New Day by Hartzell Wilson. This is the beginning, I almost know this by heart by now, isn't that funny? This is the beginning of a new day. God has given me this day to use as I will. I can waste it or use it for good. What I do today is very important because I am exchanging a day of my life for it. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever, leaving something in its place I have traded for it. I want it to be a gain, not a loss, good, not evil. Success, not failure, in order that I shall not regret the price I paid for it. And the message of that is really that the price we're paying for today is tomorrow. That this day will be gone forever. Don't waste it. Make the most of it. Make the most of this day. What do you want to do? What meal do you want to have? Who do you want to spend it to? Would you want to be happy? Do you want to just lay around and feel sorry for yourself? What do you want to do? Because this is a day of your life, and we each only have a certain number of days in our life. And one thing I have to constantly remember, okay, when I get stuck in that place where I start feeling sorry for myself and I just can't move on and whatever, is I have to remember there is somebody out there, somebody in this world, probably many somebodies, fighting for this day, because this day could be their last, and they're fighting. So I can't take that for granted. And I want to make the most of this day, because today is the beginning of a new day, And then I read that every morning to myself, and at the end of the day, I lay in bed and I kind of process, okay, what did I get achieved today, Did I make something of today? If not, what do I want to do tomorrow? And it's just really, really powerful for me. Those simple words are super powerful to me. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will leave the link for it below, and you guys can go, print it off or write it down or whatever works for you, okay? And I will see you back tomorrow. I love you. Bye.